Wouldn't be esports if we didn't come in dancing once.
It wouldn't be, and it wouldn't be Monster Cap. They just didn't provide the hottest jams for us, man. We're in the background here, just getting our groove on. My name is Rain Day, and this is High Res Pretty Hair, man. There've been some hype plays that pretty much made me lose my voice because of how dominant Match Point have shown themselves to be, how good they are at some of these champions, and the way that they're utilizing them in ways that are so exciting for viewers. And you know what else is exciting? Of course, our giveaways happening today. That's right. You've got the giveaway, exclamation point giveaway, in Twitch. Enter that link on Gleam, and then on YouTube, take it from your description, put it in your browser. Bless up. Church of Grover is active, though. There are not too many members attending service today. We do also have, of course, linking your Twitch accounts and your high-res accounts. You will get free stuff. In fact, that skin right there, Nick, that looks familiar. That seems like something we gave 20 away of.
That was given away earlier today, as well as 210 Radiant chests. Who knows what could come next? We got legendary skins. We got Mo Epics. We got exclusives.
Casters.
You never know.
You might give Nick away.
Might give me away.
Oh, would you like that for Christmas? High-res pretty hair wrapped in a little bow. I think that would make a lot of people happy, man. But you know, we're gonna go to practice. Practice.
Game. We talking about
practice. Brackets and practice. Let's go to the practice match. No, let's head to the second semifinal here. And while I practice my speech, Team Eager and Astral Authority will be facing off. And Nick, we've talked about this matchup a lot, thinking this is gonna be a hype one.
Let's hope that Astral Authority have been practicing for their matchup here against Eager, doing their brome work, trying to get some of these brom positions down that Eager like to run. It will be on Brumpet Beach.
Okay.
Will be the first selection. The Bat Bands will be Bice Spines and Bog Bile. Bashful Authority. Gonna be looking to take things to the beach. No tricks up their sleeves.
No tricks at all.
Very vanilla map. Very well loved for its verticality. Very pretty. Just got redone. Without further ado, let's see what they draft.
And the champion draft begins with Astral Authority and this logo of like just all these different.
That's a hot logo.
That is a pretty hot logo. It reminds me of like a steering wheel, kind of from a ship for some reason.
Not a compass?
Not a compass for yeah. I'm not using a lot of compasses. Maybe a compass on a ship. Maybe that works for everybody. And they're gonna take Cassie. That seems to work for everybody here in North America. Cassie, a touted #1 pick for a lot of these teams, and Astral Authority take it away from Eager and put it on their squad.
Definitely Makoa. The answer here, still no Bomb Kings today in this match. Astral Authority known for running at Eevee. Makoa, this is looking like the Astral Authority AGG series. At this point in time, Makoa Eevee going to be the answer. Astral Authority now, 2 picks headed their way. Still need a healer, still need a frontliner.
It's been so interesting, Nick. We talked about Astral Authority for so much of this tournament, and Match Point as well. But Eager, they're #2 in North America. They have clearly shown they're better than the competition. We've barely mentioned anyone on Eager's names. They've got popular streamers like Kami there, and Bitey, who streams as well, a captain, kind of the voice for this team. What do you think he's trying to go for? I don't expect a Grover pick coming up from him.
He might be on the Androxus here. Kami, I think, going to be on the Makoa. They got Shady Shades, they got Arai, they got Zed Juan Pastroni.
Oh, the CEO of Copy Pasta Industries.
Will he be running the Maladamba, serving up the pasta to everyone?
I don't know, man. That would be just too synergistic there. Astral Authority grabbing Shaolin, so we know that Avuli is going to be very at home with one of these champions. Ying gets picked up finally, Nick. And looking to finish things out is Ruckus. So really liking this Ruckus on Serpent Beach. Almost a staple pick now in this meta.
Crazy. Ruckus has come out so often now. Maybe just people figuring out Maldamba. This is why the devs, I think, were so hesitant to change this character, because, you know, Maldamba comes in the game. You never know how a character coming in, you never know how it's going to evolve, what it's going to turn into. A very synergistic with Ruckus. Seeing him picked up more often, people are starting to figure out, they're putting more time into him as a result, figuring him out on his own a little bit, and we're seeing him picked up without the Meldamba, standing on his own 2 feet now. Will be Powtech on Ruckus, Vex 30 on Ying, Madman on Fernando, I drop bodies on Cassie, and Evuli on Shaolin.
And for Eager, the #2 team in North America, fighting for a chance at the finals. Bitey will be on Victor. Zedwad Pastroni, Z1 Unknown on Eevee. Shady Shades playing the Dark Lord of the Skies here. Androxus Arai will be running the Noodle Deft Hands build for the reload spam. And Wi-Fi will be on Makoa.
So no Kami in the roster for this first game of the day. All offensive cards for Eager. Largely defensive choices coming out for Astral Authority, except EVIE'S picking up kill to heal in the very first round.
Well, here's going to be the interesting test. You see they do elect to take this left side. Seems like Wi-Fi and Eager do not want to get caught out, giving up what they gave up last game with Prince Danny TV on the Cassie. Astral Authority just allowing him to shoot from above. And look, the pressure is already on the side of Astral, though. They've got 39% on the capture objective. The blood has not rolled yet, but Bitey and Shady Shades are looking to make it happen with this Victor and Androx's combo. Finally, 21% on the board for Team Eager, with Z1 and No getting pressured out as the Eevee, and EVIE'S taking him down with Bitey following in suit with bodies.
Wi-Fi gonna hook him into a rough spot, though. Shady Shade's gonna clean that one up very easily, rolling around this fight, using that mobility that the flankers are so happy to sport. Throws the reversal back in his face. Only about 430. Ruckus isn't too worried about that damage. 48 to 78 and climbing. Eager in the driver's seat.
And Powtech does want to make sure they get rid of the tank. If they could do that without the Ancient Rage available, they'll do a lot. But Astral Authority are a little too late to the party. And what that means is that Eager captures the first objective despite them having a good time taking down the front line Makoa.
Wow, and actually losing that duel, I think you can chalk that up to not charging the arrows enough from EVIE'S. Gonna go down to Shady Shades despite getting the initial stun off on him. Here comes the noodle stun, but it will not find his mark. Bitey's gonna come out with the barrage right now, trying to just force Astral Authority back. It's gonna do its job, but for how long?
Yeah, that was actually not bad. I was surprised a little bit because that ultimate seemed to be a little random, but I think actually Bitey did a great job pushing Astral Authority back. They want this objective, and I like this, Nick. Team's going for the 2-0 early because it puts them in this great advantage even in the next fight if they lose it.
Definitely Ice Block coming out here, narrowly escaping. Z1 know 13 HP right now, and he's taken down. Bodies credited with that one. Everyone on Astral Authority finding kills right now. Shady Shades narrowly escapes with his life. The Impale actually saved his life for a time, but EVIE'S finishes what he started there, picking up Shady Shades.
And reversal so important, Nick, too. Not only in terms of getting that damage back, which a lot of people look at those numbers and say, was that a good reversal? But a lot of these players are actually probably using it for the reset to the Nether Step.
Yeah, absolutely. Resetting on Nether Step. A big note here. We've seen Shady Shades do it a couple of times. You can actually throw your reversal, hit a Ying clone. The game will see that as hitting a player, and you will get the cooldown reset. You can't do this on deployables like barrack turrets, but on Ying clones, it's definitely another option. It's a stationary, it's ever-present option for Shady Shades. It's going to allow him to be so much more effective, aggressive, because he's always going to have a Ying illusion around to throw that reversal into and get that Nether Step guaranteed reset.
Things players will have to pay attention to if they want to win at the highest level with all of the strategy coming into play. Paladins, so much a shooter, yet so much a strategy game, so much a pick and oriented around, you know, who's going to get the better end of the initial draft and the playstyle, taking into account all of the inevitabilities that will happen in their battle in the realm. And so Eevee looking to be Winter Witch as always. It's her classic as well, but she will fall to eye drop bodies, and he will continue dominating here. He wants the reset, but it's not enough for him with the health pool he's got to be able to make it out alive.
Trying to find this conversion here is Team Eager. Can they get it done? Impale stun is going to say no. Arai goes back to base. Wi-Fi follows suit. Overtime burning down slowly. No one from Eager anywhere near close enough to contest this, so we're going to be all tied up 1-1 here. Astral Authority making it happen. Kill the Heal 2 coming out relatively early from EVIE'S. Wants to find, I guess, the full utilization of this. You know, Cauterize normally will come out before the healing cards.
Yeah.
Healing cards, usually those late game luxuries. EVIE'S looking to leverage this before the Cauterize gets online at this point in the game. Vex 30's got Cauterize 2 and just defensive options coming out from the rest of Astral Authority.
Well, he could, with Planted, tag a lot of people as well. And also, Kill the Heal, it's in your duels. Like, if you finish a duel yourself, you just get that 600 health back.
I think Planted, you hit the nail on the head there with that. That's going to allow him to just really go all in. A lot of times where situations where you'd want to cancel and kind of back out or just call it quits on that, he's going to be able to push through if he's able to get that 600 now burst healing from Kill to Heal 3. These are massive swing plays that you just can't really account for. You can't play around Kill the Heal.
Oh, he expected that as well. Perfect timing by Z1 to help it out, but EVIE'S slays Shady Shades. Shady Shades, excuse me, and Madman are stuck on the point. This grouping is perfect for Z1 Unknown, though. He pops the Eevee ultimate, keeping them in place. Wi-Fi stays alive thanks to the pressure from Eevee, but now he could be in trouble. Eevee is always at the mercy of a good Shaolin if he's able to impale her before she goes into the ice block, and now it seems like Z1 is going to still cause trouble, but not enough for Astral Authority to care. There's the Heat Haze. Evuli tags one. He's looking for another one. Impale Arrow is going to knock back to Maldamba, but it doesn't matter. He's got another one up in a few seconds. Z1 Unknown is the last remaining girl standing. Her classic doesn't mean anything since Astral Authority will now take authority of this game and lead Eager 2-1 on Serpent Beach.
Good use of all their ultimates there. They committed a lot, but they got it done, and that is the important part. Eager committing a lot defensively as well. Cursed Arm came out, Ancient Rage came out, Ice Storm came out. Doing a good job getting those charged back up is going to be Eager. Bitey sitting about 84% on his ultimate. Evuli on a 7 streak right now. That kill to heal really coming into effect. He tagged a lot of people in that fight. Got us planted a lot of work in there as well. A lot of value coming out from this barrage right now. Bitey trying to find the mark, trying to get things going once again for Eager.
Great kill by Bitey as well. Finds Evuli in the back line with a great grenade, and he's going to get that reset thanks to Grenadier, the card that he goes through. You see him throwing that grenade 2 times in a row. That is why that happened. Loadouts being so impactful to how you choose to play these champions, and Victor with that AoE blast, with that blast not being mitigated by anything but blast shields, he's going to get a lot of free damage off of that, and so he continues to throw these grenades, which feels like 6 in a row because of the reset from hitting multiple enemies.
Yeah, this is where Victor gets to the top of the damage charts. little moments like that where he's just chunking away at tanks. Not really finding the answer. Finally shut down by Evuli from long range. Astral Authority getting about half that push done in the first minute. Nice stun. We'll find another shot and finds the kill onto Arai. Now has really good positioning. He needs to dodge this hook, though, from Makoa, so he doesn't give this back up. Dueling now with Bitey. Pops the Heat Haze. He wants the 1v1 against Coach Bitey.
Is he going to get it, though? He goes for the turtle. He has the impale available. He hits it. He gets the killing spree and slays Makoa. And if you want to blink in, you're going to have to go into some serious damage. Planet helps him. And remember, he's got that kill to heal, although it doesn't save him from Z1 Unknown, as Shady Shades takes all of the members of Astral Authority's attention. But Evuli on Shaolin, showing his prowess, showing his class at this new champion introduced in Paladins, and a nice blast shot will help iDrop Bodies. Great awareness of the barrage. It will not do any damage. Another back roll. He's going to get the better of Shady Shades there. He's going to miss the shot following it up. Bitey has a grenade for him, and now it's going to be a good push despite the hook being missed by Wi-Fi.
Rolling in now. Bodies on a 5 streak. Very healthy. Spotted out right now by Makoa. They're disengaged up in the air. The hook should be coming through, and it will. And they're going to find Bodies. Will they? He gets out. He survives. The lifesteal is enough to keep him alive as we head into overtime.
How to survive the zombie apocalypse here with iDrop Bodies. He needs to write a survival guide, because that is nuts. And he's getting kills. He's dodge rolling again. Cassie with incitement. Oh, boy, what a treat. And although Bodies goes down, the defense is successful. That was an incredible play, and it's got Eager and Astral Authority both thinking to themselves, what in the world do we need to do?
I never thought a Cassie was more dead than at that moment. I even called the hook a little bit preemptively, pulled through the shield. Like you mentioned, man, he needs to write a survival guide at that point. Just a narrow escape. Those are the types of plays, though, that if you let those kills slide, it can really come back to haunt you. Like we mentioned, when we saw him come out, his team kind of already lost the fight at that point, but he was behind Bitey. You know, he missed a couple of clutch shots there.
Yeah.
But capitalizing on those kills are how you are going to beat these top-tier teams.
iDrop Bodies and the squad of Astral Authority have shown that they have the ability to play with the big boys. They take points off. They're continually pushing Eager to the brink and defending against them, pushing against them. There seems to be no hesitation. How important is that for Astral Authority to carry this, what seems like mental conviction that they can win into these next rounds?
Not hesitating is a big part of capitalizing on it. You know, Eager's a good team that's only going to give you small windows of opportunity. I want to call out Perdo from yesterday. Finds the smallest window. You would never kind of see it, you know, as an inexperienced viewer, but he found the smallest window of opportunity. He saw it, he seized it, he gets the quadra kill, popping the ultimate. There are very small windows in which you're going to find against these experienced teams, and you have to capitalize. Hesitation will make the window close even shorter, and you'll put yourself in a much worse position if you hesitate.
And in terms of popularity as well, I think Astral Authority, taking the kind of crowd support that they've garnered here. They've got fans in the studio. They've got fans on Twitch chat. I'm sure in Reddit. They've got a lot of fans of people rooting for them. And I think it's because so many of their players have these kind of highlight moments. EVIE'S being one of them on the Shaolin, showing his prowess in this game. You know, what does it say about EVIE'S to not only have the Bomb King, not only have the Eevee, but then the newest champion, Paladins, to have the Shaolin and make some plays that we don't see a lot of people playing?
I think it comes back to what you just said, hesitation. He wasn't afraid to pop the heat haze, try and make the plays. Whenever he's put in a rough spot where he has no choice but to go toe-to-toe, he goes into Planet instantly and won't cancel it until the job is done.
Thinking of items too, the way they're prioritizing kill the heal here, it's maybe an EVIE'S choice, but I think looking at healing cards, this is a conversation a lot of pro teams have to sit down and really discuss. What do we think is really going to help us here? We know Rejuvenate has a little bit of value for only 300 credits. You can kind of double your healing when they have Cauterize 3, but Kill the Heal seems to be that major healing card people pick up. Are we missing Veteran? Are we missing Life Rip? Are these cards that people should be considering more?
Kill the Heal, personally, is my favorite, but like we mentioned, Luxury is sort of the kind of descriptor there for the healing items. But Kill the Heal, it's a very unique card because it's just on eliminations. It's a lot of burst healing, 3, 6, and 900 at the top tier. And like I was trying to say, it's not something you really can't play around. You know, you can't be like, oh, EVIE'S has Kill the Heal, like we can't give up any kills right now. Like EVIE'S always going to go in. We got to wait. We got to get Cauterize on before we let him get the kill. It's just going to happen, especially with Shaolin being able to get those planted kills, tagging everyone.
That's always the strategy. Don't die, right? Don't let them get a kill on us because he's got Kill the Heal. Well, you're going to do that no matter what. So Kill the Heal is just that kind of win more. We used to think Ruckus was win more, but now Ruckus seems to be just win on Serpent Beach. He's doing so well for so many different teams that I'm impressed not only to see Astral Authority committing to that, but just the fact that all of these teams have finally given this Goblin, this mech, the credit that he seems to deserve at this moment.
Buffs to Wrecker, new champions that complement him well, all things helping Ruckus find his way back onto the battlefield here. Leading the damage charts, like we speculated, going to be Bitey on Victor when he gets those moments where he can just lay into the tanks with grenades, spamming down shots from the high ground. He is going to pull far in a way ahead. Not obviously the most impactful damage if he's just barely poking out tanks.
Yeah.
Vex 30 going to have that Cauterize 3 online, the fabled Cauterize 4 online for Vex 30 right now. Powtech going to have Haven 2, Wrecker 1, Kronos 1 as well. Body's going actually into Kronos 2 here. He wants to be absolutely fluid, having no downtime on these roll cooldowns. And I mean, he's the guy that survived. We won't question that.
Oh, we will not. That definitely saved his life in many certain instances, but also Blast Shot, the anti-healing it provides, being able to kind of shut down Maldamba a little bit more, and anyone getting healing from Maldamba, it's going to be a nice cooldown to have, you know, up to, 30% less of. And of course, now you see the fight going heavily towards the favor of Eager after this snowball, but Astral Authority do have that initial 39%, which that's going to only mean that Eager are now evening things up. That's such a big deal for Astral Authority going into the second fight.
And EVIE'S finding 2 kills in this fight. Can he get more? Can he go bigger? As you want to know, doing such a good job shutting him down, but EVIE'S finds another kill. 3 now for Eager, winning this take-back fight by himself.
That's what we've seen on Serpent Beach time and time again. EVIE'S with Shaolin has been dominating with double kills and triple kills on these retakes. That's changing everything. Victor now and everyone has to keep their eyes towards the point. And look at this. They've got their tank over on the left-hand side. I mean, I like Wi-Fi blocking off his ability to attack, but they're not going to be able to get on the point.
No,
That's where they got to go. And now Wi-Fi is late to the party, late to his own gathering. And though he's got a hook, he's not helped his team at all to buffer this damage onslaught. A nice slide there. Talk about a moonwalk, but EVIE'S gets out of it and slays another, showing he is the king. And he knows what to do here. Astral Authority claiming authority over the objective and the game, going 3-2 up.
The positioning there from not only Bodies, we gotta shout him out just as much as we're shouting EVIE'S out. Positioning from both of them in that fight, putting Eager in the position where they had to just be flanked by these Bow Brothers is so dangerous. These two characters out, you can see out here on the flanks, they could do so much damage from so far away, not having any fall off. Wi-Fi trying to threaten the hook from long range. He's gonna get him through the door, but Cassie's such a mobile pick, stunned and punished by the Planet. Is going to be Wi-Fi. EVIE'S just having to retreat after that, after losing his Bobro.
That's pretty amazing. 2 abilities, and, you know, Wi-Fi's forced a Shell Shield, which is his safety net, and then, of course, he's at half health already, forcing the healer to run over to him. So much from that, so much pressure shifted to the left-hand side of the map for Team Eager that then they've got to give up a little bit of this push, and that's exactly why EVIE'S keeps flanking that side. He knows if they deal with them on the left side, they're going to leave the middle open, and here it is, Z1. He's going to go back to where he came from. Wormhole serving to save his life at that moment, but does he spot out Bodies, who is up there? He misses one shot. Z1 looking to help there, but there it is, Bodies. He was searching for him this entire time. Z1's going to get away into the air, come back, and maybe try to fight him again.
Giving up on the chase, though. Bodies trying to poke out Bitey, but Bitey always having great positioning on this Victor, and it's very important for this character to be positioned properly so he can do his job from a safe distance. Doesn't want to give up too much line of sight. There's no one really that great to take down Bitey on Astral Authority, though. No one can really get up onto those vertical platforms where Bitey is hiding out. They can only try their best to poke him out from range, but Bitey is a good enough player to where he's not going to be killed from poke.
Oh, he's not. He's going to be able to retreat. He's going to make the safe plays. He doesn't look to me as to be one of those match point, hold W and make hot plays only. He's going to retreat when he needs to do so, give his team a chance to heal him up, and of course go for the safe route, which will allow him and his squad to get the most advantage out of the moment that they can. But on the other side of things, they will be focused, and if I drop Bodies, if EVIE'S find a way to go and take it down, Z1 outplaying Bodies there big time, despite the avoidance on the shot from the first roll. Bitey will still be able to have his spot available, and the zone continues with 10 seconds left.
Landing so many shots right now. Repulsive Fear currently out, so he's only taking 400 damage from that shot. 6 seconds remain on the push. We're going into overtime now. Astral Authority is very poked out. This is going to be a tough fight for them to win, but Body's going to make it easier on him. He said, let me get this one, EVIE'S.
Bodies with the double kill, man. Going for the triple. Nice reversal. But this Moldamba looks dead to rights here. He's in the corner by himself. Gord's been used. The dodge roll is here. Man, Bodies just don't miss, man. This guy has aim that is crazy. And I think that they're just realizing how much they have to assert to this carry on the side of Astral Authority, and they end up doing it. They take down, with the help of Bodies on that ledge, anybody from Astral Authority, and they've still got to watch out for I drop Bodies here with a 3-3 on Serpent Beach.
Yep, a lot of Haven 3s on the board. Bodies has it. Madman's got it. Powtek's good to go. EVIE'S good to go. Kill to Heal 3 also online. We could take a look at net worth. I'd be interested to see where EVIE'S is on this spectrum. He's actually sitting at the bottom despite by a pretty large margin here. That's about an 800 credit margin that he's down on everyone. Bitey being at the top 3,800. Being able to land all of that damage is really, really good for padding your pockets here. Master Riding 2 going to be online for Wi-Fi as well. That Makoa is going to be the first one to the point.
And Arai, he's got Deft Hands 3, Nick. He's going to have the reload speed to do the deed. And there it is. What a nice impale. Force the Ancient Rage off the point. I'm not sure he's going to get a kill off of that, but excuse me, eat my words, says Eager. They're going to get 2 kills off of it. Shady Shades grabs Bodies and EVIE'S. And look at this Madman gets nailed in the head thanks to the revolver shot from Shady Shades, who's on a 13 streak right now. And Droxus is looking strong, but 42% on the point for Astral Authority, Nick. And that means that if they win this next fight, they could win the game.
And that was pretty much everything coming out from Eager. Ice Storm is holding here to try and provide some countermeasure. 4 ultimates, 3 ultimates now on the board for Astral Authority. They're coming back for the take-back play.
And they needed Heat Haze pop by Shaolin. Is he going to get one? EVIE'S takes down Shady Shades. This is Astral Authority's chance to take down the #2 team in North America. They are 1 capture point away. 87% now, and all the ultimates used by Eager. A poor use of resources, it would seem. Powtek still alive. Arai slays Bodies, though, and it's up to Powtek to do the job that I don't know if anyone can ask of a Ruckus. Ying is there as well. Madman pressuring out Arai, but Z1 Unknown is running riot. He's going to get himself a triple kill and secure this for Eager, but not before EVIE'S comes back, and he just was a little too confident there. The Bow brothers are back in the game and ready to play. Bitey is here as well. Bodies doesn't see him. They've got to get onto that point, but not yet. And because they've got that early capture objective advantage, Nick, they can give a couple of seconds to heal and let their Ruckus and Can Fernando get back in this fight?
Bodies has to stay alive here. Overtime is a narrow margin. Here's the barrage, though. It's going to put so much hurt into Ruckus. He's going to fall. The mech has been turned to scrap. Double kill for Bitey. Still in overtime. Eager looking strong right now. Ice Storm is up yet again. 5 strong stand the champion circuit #2 seed.
Wow. Barrage incoming. That was the difference maker right there. Bitey completely eliminated Powtek. Standing on the point is where he had to be, and that barrage coming forward after a full use of it and an entire fight after that allowed him and his boys of Eager, along with Z1 Unknown's amazing triple kill, to send Eager into a Game 1 victory. But wow, Nick, did they have to earn that one?
Yeah, they definitely did there. Z1 Unknown, a big MVP for Eager there, on my opinion. 102,000 damage as an EV. 30-10 reads his score line. He was able to get a lot of clutch kills onto Avuli, onto Bodies. It was up to him in a lot of those situations to take out those key players from Astral Authority, to really take out the steam from their push.
To be honest, Nick, this could easily go all the way. All 5 games. These teams are so evenly matched, it seems, right now. But that map will possibly tell a different story than the other map they'll be playing on. As we head to see exactly where that will be, you'll see Fish Market come up on your screen, and that is always seeming to be a snowballing map today. A lot of 2-0s. Knessa's been picked, I think, every time we've seen this map. And you think Avuli will try to run that Knessa again?
Perhaps. It was picked up in response to a Drogos. We'll have to see if that comes out, what sort of response will be elected from both teams. We head into the draft. Astral Authority, I'd be surprised if they locked in anything else. Cassie going to be the first pick.
Great pick for them. Great pick. And you don't have to do too much, I think, against what Eager did. I mean, I could see 2 of almost identical lineups for this first kind of 2 picks for both teams. It was such a close match. Yet, you know, you do have to take, I think, into account the flanking route possibilities, the ability to kind of not have everything so focused on that point there and fighting around the outside. And they take Sha Lin away from Astral Authority. But Avuli, he's got a lot of other champions in his pocket.
Yep, Fernando going to be locked in now. Ruckus still on the table. Maldamba, highly contested in this series. But it will be Androxus that's picked up. So now, I think look for Bodies to be on this Andro, Avuli to be on this Cassie. Eager having the chance to respond. Now the EV was very impactful for them, and Astral Authority doesn't really tend to pick this up. We saw them steal it away from teams and players specifically like Acids that have a very high impact on it, but Eager, I mean, Z1 Unknown had a great performance on it. I think it's worth taking away if they can do it.
So that's what I thought. So it looks like Powtek will actually probably be on the Fernando, I would assume. Avuli on the Knessa, Madman on the Cassie.
Yeah.
And
Bodies on Androxus.
Yeah, Bodies on Androxus.
But picking that last into an EV and now giving Eager the chance to take the buck as well.
That was the problem.
Tough,
the reason that worked last time was because Eager actually, or the team they were facing off, didn't have a healer yet. So it was like, go all damage or, you know, have a healer, and that was a bad question. Now they've got their healer, they've got their core. They're like, oh yeah, which damage do we want? Flanking damage, because we could deal with the Knessa. But Shady Shades is going to be off Androxus, which he carried with. I think it was like a 15 streak he was on at the end of the game. And so going into this one, he's going to have to change his playstyle completely. And Arai still sticking with that Deft Hands build. For the side of Eager, Bitey will now be on Sha Lin. Let's see what Bitey has to do with this new bow champion. Z1 Unknown with those triple kills. He needs some more of them to carry Eager to victory. Shady Shades on Buck, Arai on Maldaba, and Wi-Fi on Makoa.
Bodies will be back on Cassie. Madman this time on Fernando. Vex 30 on Ying. Avuli taking up arms as the Headhunter, and Powtek trying to rule the skies here as the God Slayer.
Powtek can absolutely do this. Madman is still going to be on the Fernando, and Vex will stay on the Ying. So Powtek liking this Androxus a little bit better for his matchup than Bodies would want to do, because they feel that maybe the Cassie shouldn't be in their lineup besides that. And wow, Powtek already silencing Shady Shades in his efforts. The irony of the Androxus player from a 15 streak a game ago getting killed by Androxus now as Buck.
That's the type of play they're going to need. They're going to need to peel for Avuli in the backline on this Knessa. Bitey shredding through Powtek, absolutely obliterated right now. Avuli just trying to get the sightlines. You see Eager rotating around this fight, working their way to Avuli, but all the while they're giving up so much progress to Astral Authority.
Z1 Unknown had time to line that up too. He had no idea, Vuli, where he was. And now those 75% on the point, Nick, Eager have finally started the retake and the objective. They wasted a lot of time getting that back line.
They better be confident with their zone coming out here, because one slip up and Astral Authority can take this capture point very quickly. Already at 57% and climbing are Eager, though, evening things up quickly. They have the zone that they need. Buck is out there dismounting people, preventing anyone from coming through this high ground flank. Nice hook onto Fernando, though. The shield's going to be coming up. I would have liked to see him wait on that hook for the shield to come up and just throw it to cancel that.
Yeah, now the healing from Yin comes up. There's so many things to shoot at. This is the problem with the Makoa right now. But if they can get down the tank, they can't. Oh, Madman actually goes down, but not before Vex slays a riot. So Makoa should fall very shortly.
Nice
double kill from Wi-Fi, the snowball of doom for Astral Authority, and Eager go ahead and snowball this fight right now. There's no way Atroxis is going to win this fight against an Eevee and a Buck, and in the air he gets sniped. It gives Madman a bit of a chance to run through, initiate the overtime, but oh boy, that one is going to fall quickly. So Eager take the early advantage in this objective, and despite 99% on the board for Astral Authority, they don't come out the victors here.
That is going to sting for Astral Authority being up so much, but that's kind of, that'll happen from time to time when Eager's really focused on winning the fight, and Astral Authority are just kind of taking what they can get, almost fighting 4v5 in a sense, because their Fernando is just locked on the point. They're getting a lot of capture progress done, but then they're put in such a poor spot when they get wiped. They get staggered, they get splintered, and Eager were just holding strong the whole while, able to take that from 0 to 100.
Like the way Bitey is using the Shaolin withdraw. He goes in, gets 2 great 800 shots on the Ying. Heat Haze, now he's being aggressive here. I like the way he's working this, and all of a sudden, you see the 2 flankers coming out from Astral Authority, and he doesn't spot that out, so they could spot him out before they do. And it looks like Bitey will potentially go down. Powtech slays Bitey. The Sunday We Gonna comes out from Arai, and now Evuli is just having a nightmare of a game here on Fishing Market, and he is going to fall again back to base. Vex will join him thanks to Wi-Fi's Dredge Anchor, and the cannonballs continue to be one of the more ominous shots following onto any member here on Astral Authority. He is just nailing them. Wi-Fi cannot miss.
Bodies dropping as well. It's going to go down to another nice Dredge Anchor, and a 2-0 swiftly delivered from Eager after a what looked like good start for Astral Authority, but they were just picked apart in the end. Vex 30 already cauterized 2 online. He's been so diligent about getting this anti-heal online sooner rather than later. Wi-Fi has it as well. That is going to be an even more firm death sentence after you get hooked, because you're going to eat that 1,000 damage shot from Makoa, as well as take 60% reduced healing. Arai is not going to be able to do anything to save your life at that point. Cauterize 2 as well for Shady Shades. Bitey going to start getting through those shields with the Wrecker 1. Master Riding online as well.
All these item choices just showing you a little bit of a sight of what is in these players' minds at this point, who they're trying to counter and what their strategy dictates. And right now, Astral Authority's strategy is to get this Kinessa a little bit of breathing room, but Astral Authority immediately, with the cannonballs from Makoa, looking to apply significant pressure onto Evuli, but already drop bodies is getting pressured by the Makoa. He gets a couple of kills, survives that. Madman gives him some pressure. Arai will heal things up for Wi-Fi. The flanking turtle, and 62% here still on Astral Authority. They can keep this up, keep the merry-go-round, the rosy. What do you call that thing, Nick? The rosy ring around the rosy going on this squad. They can keep getting a little bit of capture objective and maybe keep themselves in this.
Haven't taken a convincing loss yet in the fight as they did in the previous round, but snuffed out by Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is having a huge impact in the back line of this fight. He's playing as a flanker despite Eevee and Buck being on his team.
And that's right, but you know what? Look, Madman staying alive, and Evuli gets a kill onto Arai, and so Wi-Fi's been traveling the world, it feels like, going around there. Bitey helping to save him. Planet will do a good amount of work, but leave him exposed now to Vex and Evuli, and Bodies comes back, and Wi-Fi's kind of journey ends with nothing, as it seems that Z1 Unknown is the only one who could stall this overtime. A nice ultimate will do it, leave a little bit of time for Shady Shades to come through, but Buck cannot outlast this, and it seems to be clearly in the favor. In fact, it is in the favor for Astral Authority here as Wi-Fi's worldwide trip comes to an unsatisfying end.
Astral Authority showing they have what it takes. This is such a close series right now between Eager and Astral Authority. Speaks a lot to the skill gap closing in Paladins. New teams are rising from the amateur scene. You can do it as well. EVIE'S Winter Classic started as just an open bracket tournament. Anyone could sign up and make a name for themselves. You could be the next Astral Authority coming up out of nowhere. They're really showing that they're evolving as a team, as a squad. Vex 30 going to go down here. Eager not done, not out of it yet. They're the grizzled veterans here, and they're showing it.
Very interesting snipe site as well for Knessa. On the very far left edge, you could stand on that dock and shoot out in the water. And I wonder if they'd ever take that route, bait out a Cassie to come follow up anybody who jumps onto Knessa there, maybe a buck, and then just disengage them into that water for a nice swim. Could be an interesting one, but right now they need to push. They don't need to keep that defensive position. They want to get themselves tied up with Eager, and that's exactly what they're doing. Body doing his best to stop them, as well as Z1 Unknown, who gets a kill on a Madman. And I drop Bodies. The Bow brothers are separated at this point, and Bodies considerably having a little bit less of an impactful game.
Wi-Fi finding a snag onto Powtek as well. Bodies picks him up in response. You bring up a good point. There is a rather huge, I don't know what to call it, flank island style dock out there, and I had it run on me in one of my ranked games. The Knessa got all the way out there. I was Evie, and I still barely had enough mobility to get out there. She was able to see me the entire time. You can see those docks out in the water are all pathable area of the map. We could see Avuli head on out to the docks to keep himself safe, put himself at a nice distance, but still able to have an impact on the fight. We've never seen anybody really use it. Nice air shot from Z1 Unknown. 2 in a row. Takes down Powtek out of the accursed arm.
Skills, bro. Skills. That was nice, Z1 Unknown, showing why he's the CEO of Copy Pasta Industries there, and that is just what he gives you, the consistent EV play. He has really brought this out into his professional circuit and really made a name for himself, I think, here on so many different champions, and Droxus being the one where he shined brightly the most in the beginning, but now showing that his Eevee has a lot to be dealt with.
Now in overtime, Astral Authority trying to get it done. Ancient Rage, a lot of ultimates still on the table for both teams. Nobody really wants to commit too heavily at this point in time, especially with 2 kills going the way of Eager immediately. There's still so much ground to cover on this push. Not really a hope for Astral Authority to have this one converted. As a result, that 2-0 going to start paying its dividends for Team Eager as they go up 3-1 off the defense.
Now, they didn't use any of the ultimates there. Eager have all 5 available. Powtek doesn't have the accursed arm. You know, talk about the trigger discipline they've had there, and also how that might impact this next fight where Eager can win this game.
Powtek drops the accursed arm, thinking he can get it charged up again. He does have morale boost too, so it will come up very, very quickly, but it is at 25%. It is all the way turned down at the moment. It won't have an impact on this first fight, and that's really what Eager were looking. That's why they were saving all of their ultimates. There was, I'm sure, a great opportunity to hit a lot of 2, 3, even 4-man Dread Serpents, things of that nature, but they need to hold them for this fight because this is where it counts. This is where Eager is looking to put the nail in the coffin.
That's right, Wi-Fi. I think he's going to stay a little bit more on the point. They know they don't want to give up just easy points to Fernando, so he's going to look to contest it as much as possible. And just by that, he forces the Fernando off. And so now, Eager have the advantage on the point, and they have the advantage of the damage. Wi-Fi just in the thick of things, hitting every cannon possible. Bitey takes down Avuli, and Bodies takes down Z1 Unknown. There's no clear advantage yet because those are both 2 huge carries on side of both teams. There's the windup from Shady Shades. Can he get a kill? Is he going to die? He will! Powtek slays Shady Shades, and so the damage coming through from Buck, even in the ultimate, was negligible, and Powtek, without his, is still doing work. He gets a kill on the Bitey. Sunday we gunning to help clear off the space, 84%, and he's pulled down for damage. I drop Bodies heals up thanks to the Ying clones there, and Vex 30 keeping it in contest despite Makoa living for so long, and Bodies will slay the turtle.
Astral Authority starting to swing their way back into this one. They need to clean Shady up before he's getting any kills. Now back is Fernando to hold down the front line. Astral Authority, if they're able to regroup, reset, get healed up, and it looks like they are, this could be a very dangerous position for Eager.
He needs something on Powtek. That's the one who's been snowballing this, and 79% on the ultimate charge. If this fight lasts for a long time, a Cursed Arm could be the decider there. 84%, 90%. Keep an eye on that. He's up in the skies, and they've got to get him down. They do. No Cursed Arm for this one. It could be Eager all the way. Arai looking for the stun on the snake. He can't find it yet because he's just using the poison. He's going to hit that venom, and the stun for bodies is not necessary. Eager will clean this one up, and they will go ahead and take Game 2 on Fish Market.
A great closing play there from Eager. Trigger discipline, but Astral Authority, they come back every time. They're always down, but they're never all the way out. They always have what it takes to come back, even without the ultimate advantage. Bodies on Cassie having an extremely large impact, largely carrying Astral Authority in a lot of these fights. 72,000 damage. More than combining Powtek and EVIE'S damage as well. So gonna need to step it up on all fronts if they want to take Eager down. They cannot have anyone having a below average day at this point, as they are now down 2-0. One more game to bring it back.
It was a better draft there by Eager, and they kept the same decisions that they made in previous drafts, but it was not applicable to this scenario, and they got the Kinessa baited out. EVIE'S just did not do work. Normally, we're screaming his name every single game that he plays, and he just was a non-factor in this one. Jaguar Falls will be where they have their final chance to keep this to Eager. I thought this was going to go all the way, and it very well could, Nick, but Astral Authority are really going to have to step up in this final game.
Yeah, I did not like the draft. EVIE was already on the table for Eager, and they picked it into it with a buck still on the table, so they picked one of the weaker characters into flanks, into two of them. We're headed into the champion draft here for what could be the last game. If Eager can close things out, they're up 2-0 currently, and they have their first pick. Will they go to the Cassie, or will they snag the EVIE?
So I think this is better for Eager to grab the Cassie. Bodies can play Androxus just as well, and Powtek can play it too. It's a good pickup. I expect to see that early on in the draft. Makoa was an issue for them. Wi-Fi was a big issue, especially touting Madman, but I'd like to see the Shaolin here. That's a great pickup for EVIE'S to get back on a character he enjoys, and the Androxus, as I expected, getting those carries ready to carry with those champions.
EVIE Makoa, I think, is the move here. Going to be able to pull Shaolin out of Planted, pull Androxus out of Reversal. Wi-Fi's been deadly on this character, but they go for the double front line here. Makoa and Fernando going to be the selection.
Well, Wi-Fi's Makoa was being a very damaging threat, so I think I could see this working, because Wi-Fi was just kind of roaming around the map and being this front line that was terrorizing the back line and not necessarily sitting on the point, but there's a lot of potential shred already coming out from Shaolin. The Ying is picked up. They could grab a Ruckus here to get rid of these other big frontliners, and they do. So a lot of shield shred coming through, and they've got the final pick, which means that they can counter whatever Eager decides to bring onto the table.
Yep, no healer yet for Eager. Maldamba still on the table, and so is Evie, and they're going to go to it. It's been very impactful. I think Evie's a very good pick against Ruckus even. You know, she can just play that long artillery style, hitting for still 1,200 damage. I mean, Ruckus doesn't move that much. It's a pretty easy target to hit for her. And it's going to be very punishing when she is able to do so. Maldamba selected to round this out. Astral Authority, they're going for the pocket pick.
I like this pickup, man. 2 healers. I was waiting to see this because no one in our entire Paladins esports scene, here at least on these broadcasts, runs with 2 healers. Nobody does that. And now I was waiting, when is this going to happen? Today is the day. Pip and Ying brought together for the 1 tank Ruckus, Androxus and Shaolin on the side of Astral Authority. If this is the time it's going to work, it's got to be right now as we get in the game. Bodies will be on Androxus, EVIE'S on Shaolin. Madman trying to do his best on this Ruckus and keep the hopes of his team alive. Vex 30 will be on the Ying, and Powtek looking to fry some chickens on that Pip.
Bitey on Bitey on Fernando, excuse me. Wi-Fi on Makoa. Shady Shades on Cassie. Z1 Unknown on Evie for the 3rd time in this series. Arai on Maldamba. Heading straight for the deft hands. Master Riding. Going to be the selection out of Bitey. Interesting to me that he didn't go immediately into the cauterized. Fernando, I think by far one of the most effective at applying that. Next only to Grok probably, as far as just how much they can tick their weapons and get those debuffs applied. Going to be first in control of the point is Wi-Fi's Makoa.
Looking at Wi-Fi and especially Bitey right now. Getting a play to be Fernando doesn't turn out well, but just showing his champion diversity there as well, picking so many different champions and supporting his team when whatever role is needed. Shady Shades shows that Cassie is valuable, but this Pip is looking deadly right now. Shaolin escapes with his life, and he gets healed up with Pip's healing potion, and he gets another kill. Evuli showing that he knows how to deal with his champion, and he gets stunned into the wall. Bitey's going to have to retreat there. Astral Authority taking clear command over this objective. Bodies taking down Z1 Unknown. This is not fun for the boys of Eager.
Oh, but he can't find the kill. Gets away from the dot for now, but Shady Shades knows exactly where he's headed. Madman, luckily, though, able to clean up Bitey. The frontline presence going to be cut in half for Eager.
Arai is actually chasing Evuli right now. I'm very interested in that decision-making, but it seems like that is not going to be the case here. Z1 Unknown with the shot onto Evuli. It's going to take down the carry from Astral Authority, and now they're going to force Madman to run away. They've got no tanks, but do they have ultimates? They don't have the one they need. Pip is here, 93%. This could change it all, Nick. If he gets this online, he can actually deal with them, but Powtek goes down at the very last moment. Planet will not be enough. The damage will take him down, but this will be Team Eager's point. 2-0 is the set, and 1-0 goes this potentially final game.
How many times does one shot from Eevee just turn a fight around? That one long distance shot of Uli just kind of lost track of, takes him down. And Astral Authority's team fight just falls apart within seconds of losing a Uli.
And Powtek too, just, not having the kind of impact they wanted, but now that his ultimate's available, that, during these long fights, he's going to have it more for these point objectives. I think
what are you doing back there?
He might be able to go ahead and make a big impact, Nick. Here's the Heat Haze from Shaolin, and he gets the impale onto Shady Shades. Very good play, setting up a lot. Powtek feels comfortable going out and forward zoning. The gong rings, and will Shaolin find the finishing bell? That is the kill onto the opponents that he's so fervently seeking. Bitey goes and slays Shaolin in the process. So that Heat Haze is not what he was expecting. And now Wi-Fi here in the front lines, looking to push this through a very congested Ying clone-oriented place, and pulls the secondary healer Pip out. No weightless available. It seems like normal jumps won't get this Vulpine to safety. And a minute and 20 seconds left. Eager are about to convert this.
They have a lot of space to do so. Nice hook landing. Onto Body's going to poke him out, send him back to base. Ancient Rage is available. They don't need to spend anything. Bitey and Z1 Unknown, a lot of zone pressure come out, and that is a devastating conversion just because of what they needed to expend. A couple of resiliences coming out from Eager. They want to play around this evil mojo ultimate from Powtek's Pip. What is that going to do? It's going to turn these big, hefty tanks, 5,400 HP, 5,600 for Fernando, I believe, into these 1,500 HP defenseless silenced chickens for 4 seconds. Resilience will help combat this down to around 2 seconds and make them much harder to bring. Once they get out of the chicken, they will regain all of the health that they had before being polymorphed. So that is basically the thought process here behind Wi-Fi and Bitey. It's an ultimate pick. Pip is pipped entirely in this scenario just to counter these tanks. So one item can completely dismantle what Astral Authority was trying to do with this pick.
That's true. There's still a limited amount of time. They will have to remain in the chicken form, though. Although the stun comes through from Arai, he will help to secure the kill onto Shady Shades. Pimp now, it doesn't go through shields at this moment, so he will have to get in a good position and wait for the proper moment and timing to let Astral Authority get back in this fight. But without Androxus, they don't really want to commit too much. Z1 Unknown is going to find Evuli over there. Nice impale by Evuli. Is he going to get the kill? Z1 Unknown still alive. Evuli goes down thanks to Bitey Zone, and Z1 is hitting these long-range shots and dominating for Eager. A 3-0 over Astral Authority here, and it is looking bad and worse for the Challenger circuit.
Just no answer. They weren't able to find their way into the point at all. That was a complete 100-0 shutout on the point from Eager. Shady Shades on an H streak right now, halfway charged on his ultimate. Takes some poke. Just needs to roll backwards for the time being, waiting for his teammates to return. Look at where Bitey is, though, all the way back. He is looking to stir things up in the back line.
This is the problem too with Pip. You know, you see you know, the hesitancy to use the Evil Mojo just because there's not that perfect moment, and then you just never use it. He hasn't used his ultimate once. It's just been something that you picked him for the ult. He hasn't used it once because there's no perfect moment, but when is the perfect moment? You got to make it. And their team hasn't done a good job of doing that. You got to win the initial fights. You got to force the fight. You got to take a different approach to that point fight, knowing you picked this champion for this thing that you have not used yet.
And I mean, shout outs to Eager for pulling the resilience. That's kind of what's making the hesitance come out from Astral Authority right now. They don't know what to do. This isn't often that we see teams commit to the resilience on their tanks. It's the exact reason they're picking it up. Most of the times, that damage mitigation is going to be the answer. Here comes the Ancient Rage, though. Eager going to lay it all on the line here and look to close out this series.
I'm surprised Powtek is not here as well, getting rid of this shady Wi-Fi here. And you know what? Shady Shades, in tandem with his team, are going to clean up this game in less than 9 minutes and send Astral Authority back to the Challengers circuit in terms of their performance here. Although they get a semifinals debut at EVIE'S Winter Classic and really show that they are a team that can compete with the big boys. A little bit more time, Nick. I think Astral Authority are really going to be here to stay.
And not a chicken was seen that day. Almost lowest credit score in the game.
That's
iDrop
nuts.
Bodies taking that title at 359 on Androxus. But yeah, the resilience there, I just think it really threw Astral Authority for a loop. They didn't know what to do. They didn't know when was the right time to commit, given their reduced duration. I mean, it's a very potent combo, the Accursed Arm and the Evil Mojo, but we just never saw it come out. Everyone struggling a little bit on Astral Authority after that, those great performances in games 1 and 2.
Yeah, Astral Authority starving for some protein. Chickens were not served for lunch, so they're going to have to go and find some dinner elsewhere. Maybe a nice steak tonight as they rethink the way they could have gone forward in this next engagement. And, of course, moving on from this bracket, the champions seeded 1 and 2 teams, Matchpoint and Eager respectively, will find themselves 3-0ing their competition. Although great games to boot on both sides, and find themselves facing off in a best-of-5 in the finals. Coming up next.
It's going to be for all the marbles, all the money. While we're done, make sure you go ahead, get those accounts linked up to Twitch at highres.com/link and get all that free loot. We've been dropping chests left and right, EV troublemakers left and right, but that's not the only giveaway going on today, is it?
No, not at all, man. You know we're giving more than just that away. We're giving away crystals as well. So if you wanted just that in-game, let me choose what I'm going to get, you can go ahead and enter ! giveaway in Twitch chat and follow the link that shows up for MoveBot. Enter that and be able to go ahead and get yourself a shot at winning some crystals. And in YouTube, same link, just copy and paste it from the description into the browser. That's going to be it for us. We've got the finals coming up, though, so don't go anywhere. We have a little bit of a break, and they'll be right back to the action. Match point versus Eager to end the day.